It's been a rough work day. The boss is busting your ass. All you can think of is a nice cold glass of beer and sunshine. Life can get you down, but you can take all the licks. Nothing in this world out of beer and sunshine cannot fizz. So it's a beautiful day for some beach in a tan. Grab a few friends, put your feet in the sand with some beer and sunshine. Oh, oh, beer and sunshine. Yeah, beer and sunshine.
Hey! Hey, Beer and Sunshine fans, did you miss me?
Yes.
I was in Canada, and no, it wasn't snowing. They do have summer, although when we were there, it was raining, so unfortunately. Tommy, unfortunately, can't be with us this evening, but I do have Erik Ness. No relation to Elliot.
None. Not that I've found.
Or the
yet.
Loch Ness
Or Loch
Monster.
Ness. I'm really hoping for the Loch Ness, but no luck.
Oh, and of course,
Somebody is bitter that he is, or she is not sitting.
no, I can't co-host with you. Seriously, I can't. And you know what? I was thinking about you yesterday. Do you know what yesterday was? International Fried Chicken Day. Oh.
But you made it through.
Oh, so that's how it's going to be. I see we're starting off on that. Chicken just, you guys can't see it, but chicken just fell on the floor.
Yeah.
Our guest tonight is Mike Can I call you Mike or Michael? Mike Tompkins from Tonkas Taphouse.
Yes.
Named after Tonka trucks?
No, named after me. It was a nickname back in high school football because I was little, but I was big because I'm vertically challenged. And,
okay.
And then I was fat. So my first day of varsity football when I was a freshman, I got nicknamed Tonka.
So they said he's built like a Tonka truck.
Correct.
Exactly.
And growing up in Land O'Lakes, monster trucks and mud bogs and all this stuff. And we grew up in sand dunes and out in the mud. So it was
cool.
It's possessive, so the toy company can't sue me.
Yeah.
It's cut right.
Yeah. I hate to tell you, but they probably don't even know who you are.
No.
Okay.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Tonight.
Yes,
Watch
exactly.
out. Tonka people are going to come to get you. Watch out, Tonka.
Yeah.
So, as you all know, I was not here last week. I went to Canada.
What's that about?
What's that a boot?
I know, right?
Yes.
Standard joke.
My youngest daughter graduated, and she's on her way to university. So, congratulations, Natalie. She's taking a double major.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a lot. It's like
Yeah, way to go.
one. Yeah. I thought I got to the one. Yeah, but two.
So while I was there, we went to places and we took some pictures because, of course, Billy and I, whenever we go anywhere, we want to try out breweries.
Right. It's important.
And a great one in Canada, in Nova Scotia, of course, is Propeller.
Nice.
And then there's Moosehead.
Oh.
But we went to Maxwells Pub. It's an English pub, and I do have some pictures. I tried Beach Chair Lager, which is brewed in PEI, which is like, you go to Nova Scotia, and then there's a bridge, and then there's PEI. Amazing. Like, I had downed my mug before Billy got halfway through his. Like, it was so good. It was like amazing. Of course, there they have like, it's an English pub, so there's like fried foods and stuff.
Fish
so
and
we're
chips.
like, we're like, what do you want to eat? And I was like, Billy, have you ever had fried pepperoni? Which is a huge thing in Canada and Nova Scotia, and it's like big strips of pepperoni, and they cut it this way, fry it. They put it on a plate with potatoes and onion rings. It's a heart attack on a plate.
No calories, like diet food.
None.
I'm getting fat.
Right, exactly.
Right. Just single guys.
Look at that. And that's a sampler. Like.
Oh my. Wow. I think I just got fatter just looking at it.
Let's go to America's Hat, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. I like the little toothpicks too. That's a nice little.
Oh no, it was
fancy.
It was amazing. Billy had like this a stout from Propeller.
Nice.
And then we went across the street because in Halifax there's like bars everywhere, and we went across to this place, and it was called the Stubborn Goat, and it's a gastro pub, and he had an oyster stout, and I had like a light pale, and I think we have a picture of the beer that we got there too, but I mean, it was amazing. It was so busy because, of course, it was Canada Day, and there was people around. There was a group of people in the corner from Germany. Billy went over to talk to them. He speaks German. I don't speak any German. Das ist gut. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the whole,
Ein Bier bitte.
Yeah. And bad, yeah.
for the pretty much the whole month of June, you were away traveling as well.
Yeah, so I moved down to Florida a year ago, so I had a...
And we're so happy that you did.
I know, right? Yeah, thank you. Please, hold the applause, please. Yeah, Pennsylvania was happy to get rid. No, I moved down a year ago, so I drove home to Pennsylvania, and of course I stopped on breweries along the way, because it's very important for me. And then...
And you talked about beer and sunshine everywhere you went.
I did. I was like, oh my God, this great show. Please go online. And then my buddy's got a house in Maine, so I was able to drive up there to Maine, all the way up to Eastport. You can see Canada from his kitchen, much like Sarah Palin and Russia from his house. And then,
did you wave to me from his kitchen?
I was like, hello.
Thank you.
And then, ended up flying back to Pennsylvania and then drove back to Florida. So I hit up as many breweries as I could. I love it. It's not a problem. It's a solution, really. Some of my favorite ones that I've gone to, and I brought, of course, a bunch of stickers for Beer and Sunshine, so they can stick them all on this fabulous wall.
Awesome.
But some of my two favorites in Douglasville, Hidden River, they have new beers every week. They don't replicate their beers. A great little place that's really blowing up.
They don't replicate their beers?
No, it's like they make the same. They don't make one and done every time, and like every time you go, every week. It's like there's like 2 or 3 new beers.
I dated a guy like that. One and done.
Was he also farm to table? Because that made no sense. But I was trying to get the farm to table.
Well, we could have done it on a farmer's table. Who knows?
Thank you, River. But check them out. They're actually, and their brew house is actually, their brewery is actually in an old manor that's allegedly haunted, and they do like haunted tours in October, which is really cool.
So do you see the ghosts after a few beer or before?
I never see them. Once you get like 5 or 6, then it's like, whoa, there's ghosts all over the place, and they never pay, which is really what's annoying.
Do you know what happens when you goose a ghost?
A goose? When you goose a ghost? I do not.
You get a handful of sheet.
Trying to play. That's good. That's a pretty good one. Yeah. And then my other favorite is Aardwolf in Jacksonville. Yes. I had a milkshake IPA with like peach. I think it was peach strawberry. It was incredible, and they are just always doing. They have a great variety. So if you're ever in Jacksonville, to me, it is probably
have you been
the
there?
best
I've been there. Yes, that's my favorite of the ones. I haven't been to Engine 15, but between Bold City, Intuition, and Aardwolf.
Yeah, I was able to go all three. Yeah, I mean, just
my favorite.
The list there is awesome, and one of the brewers, Preben Olsen. Like I poured for them for Hunufu Day, Cigar City, a couple months ago, so I was able to go out there, and that's why I got to know them. But really cool place.
Nice.
So it was just a lot of touring. It's educational and research. So we have
stickers.
I mean, South Carolina, they didn't have stickers. I asked for.
There's one in here, I think, too. That's Billy's favorite. He was
Rusty Bull, maybe.
I don't know.
Neuse River, Dogfish Head in Delaware, great. It's the first sour I ever bought. Yeah.
Tattoo.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty incredible.
Wow. Seems like a good road trip.
Yeah, no, it was all research for future drinking endeavors.
Yeah.
So that's how I saw it.
It's educational.
Exactly.
So before we even got on the air, I said that I was going to keep you in line. Okay. You have to sit back just a little bit.
Sorry.
See, this way you look more. We'll look very
no. You don't have to cross your legs.
But I feel like it looks really studious.
The mics are very.
I have a face for radio, so I've never been on TV.
Now I feel like I'm gonna.
So if you crush the mic, then our viewers can't hear you.
He's like a Tonka truck. He's crushing it.
Yeah.
And he's crushing these beers too.
He's crushing these beers. Yes.
Speaking of.
Yes. So thank you so much for
absolutely
for those gifts. And speaking of gifts, because every woman loves gifts.
Yeah.
I believe you brought.
Yes,
a gift.
I brought some gifts as well.
Nice.
I have to lean forward to do this.
Yeah, watch the microphone.
But,
yes.
Otherwise, the chicken's gonna be taking your spot.
I have my cool logo decal. Tonkas Taphouse, cruising for a bruising.
Nice.
Which supposed to be old Buccaneer colors, ended up on the shirt like Hulkamania, but
hey, listen,
Hulkamania.
So and then Craft Life Brewing up in Land O'Lakes. Tim up there has been the biggest
we've been to Craft Life,
proponent for me when it comes to expanding my brewing.
Awesome.
He's helped me out a lot and taught me some things, and I really am big fan of his style of brewing.
So yes, thank you,
and
Tim.
so-
Yes.
Tim has given you some coasters for pint glasses. These are not your standard koozies for glasses. They are they're for
Yeah.
they're for
It'll get lost
Cool
in there.
glass. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
because we are in Florida.
We need
you know.
more of those.
Yeah.
That's a clever
and he
thinking
gave
I
some
like.
decals as well for your.
Oh, yay. Thank you,
For the big
Tim. That's
board.
awesome.
So here we go.
We have samples. This is happening live. I have too many here.
Yeah.
I'll
So
be here all day.
while you
Oh,
put
nice.
some stickers on,
There we go. We got Craft Life. And
awesome.
I'll go right next to him like we
There we
were
go.
at the
Like
Temple
boom,
Terrace
boom, boom.
Beer Fest.
McLawn? Marlin. Oh,
Marlin.
sorry. I can't read your writing.
To be fair, it's a lowercase R and a capital L. That's right.
Marlin says hi. So hi, Marlin. Marlin is part of the Pasco Brewers Guild.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
he's pretty cool. So anyway, while we're sitting here,
The chicken is
and
behind
I'm
me.
sure that you have watched our show.
Yes.
So everybody knows about Beer Vats and Bigon,
Yeah.
our company that does, all of our wonderful products. Like everybody
Absolutely.
remembers Tong from
Right.
a few weeks ago.
Yes.
So yeah,
Still have that visual.
I think a lot of people
it's still
still have
burned
that
in my
visual.
retinas.
So I'm going to go back to one of the very, very first products that they did, which was hose. And if producer wants to run the hose commercial, we'll watch that and enjoy it.
Does this look familiar? Trying to fill up the pool because you want to cool off on a hot sunny day. Well, that sure looks like it's going to take a while. What if I told you there was a better way? That's right, Billy. From the makers of Shower Buddy, Beer Vats and Begun, we bring you Hose. Using space-age technology, a cylindrical tube carries H2O from point A to point B. You'll be chilling in the pool, drinking an ice-cold craft beer with your buds in no time. Hose is available at all pet stores, gas stations, homeless shelters, and fine dining restaurants. No chickens or puppies are harmed in making this commercial.
If you guys lean forward, you choke your mic.
Hey! They make such great products,
I
I'm
know,
telling you.
yes.
And the whole shirtless guy,
Oh man, yeah. Whew.
that's amazing.
Yeah. Again, right in the retinas.
Right in the retinas.
Man.
So
Speaking of-
when Chicken got mad at me, he kind of like threw all my stuff around. So I'm
Well,
not.
that's what chickens do.
I know. So
They're known for that. You just gotta watch out for turkeys as well.
yeah. So Logan says, "Hi, Uncle Mike."
Oh no.
Hey, Logan, how you doing? High five your face.
Yeah. High five your face.
That's what I tell him to do. There
you go.
Little old nephew.
So for those that are out there in TV land, you can watch us live on Facebook and on Periscope, WeBeam TV. And now you can actually interact with us through Twitter.
Hashtag awesome.
Hashtag
Oh,
awesome.
and the chicken. Look at that. He's so excited
my
about
God.
Twitter too.
Yeah.
He's probably tweeting.
Oh, you know what? Before I start
Yeah,
the game, you know how I said yesterday was International
Fried Chicken Day, yeah.
You know what yesterday was too?
I do not.
It was International Kissing Day.
Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Mwah. See?
There you go.
See,
so
so
everybody
we
out there,
fulfilled-
have a drink and
Now
kiss.
we just need some fried
everybody has
chicken.
to kiss the person next to them.
Yes.
Hey, Jeff. Come
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
All right.
Everybody relax out there. Oh,
She's choking the chicken.
Oh God.
that was a large peck on the face. Chicken jokes.
Oi.
Chicken. Huh.
It's a good thing I like the taste of chicken. Good go. Oh, he just gave me a peck.
See? Yeah,
Good
chicken
Lord.
jokes.
All
Can't go
right.
wrong.
So we're gonna play the Beer and Sunshine version of poker.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna go to break.
Okay.
And when we come back, we're going to play our first hand, and we're going to
Gotcha.
talk some more with Mike.
Awesome.
And ignore you.
Excellent.
All right, so
I'm just gonna drink beer.
everybody grab a drink, and we'll be right back. Yay! And we're back.
Time.
I hope everybody went and got themselves
Chicken. Fried chicken.
a nice, refreshing beverage.
I did.
We have some very refreshing beverages. So, Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about the goodies that you brought for us?
Yeah.
I brought a few beers that I have been working on. Logan, high five his face, just for you, Uncle Mike.
There you go. Nice.
I've been,
Hey, Logan.
you guys, when I was approached at the Temple Terrace Beer Fest, I had just started going all grain. the beers that I had on tap there were my first 3 all-grain beers that I had ever brewed in my life. I had just started expanding, mainly because Tim kept telling me, stop brewing fake beer. And I was doing the Northern Brewer kits and all that stuff, and so I got back from a job in Japan. I was in Tokyo and up in northern tip of the Big Island for 2 weeks, and I got home and I just started brewing, and it went well. My beers kicked in a little over 2 hours, all 3 of my kegs. So it did well. So I started amping it up, expanding my brewing capabilities, and so I one of my beers that I have, which is still in the cooler, is my King Cake Bundy Stout.
Oh,
And just it makes it sell.
well,
No,
yeah,
it's-
it works out good because yesterday was International Chocolate Day.
Yeah.
There you
so-
go.
What a
And
sweet day. I'm gonna use terrible puns all night.
Oh my
in
God.
my and I'm getting ice all over the place.
That's all right.
Sorry to plug 2 Henrys, but it was a Groupon about a few years ago.
Can't go wrong, Groupon.
In my travels, I've done a lot of work in Louisiana, and king cake is obviously a big thing in Louisiana, and the cinnamon and the vanilla. And so I took cinnamon and vanilla, and I soaked it in a cup and a half of bourbon for about a month.
Oh my
and
God.
as a home brewer, I'm legally allowed to do
Nice.
I like Florida.
That's why we prefer to have home brewers on our show.
I got my brother-in-law and sister-in-law asking about the Moab. We will get to the
Yes.
Moab. But the king cake is a big
You're
one.
good.
And I'm
They're
sure,
good.
I'm sure our studio audio.
Yeah,
studio,
you can tell. They're like, the studio, it's
I
been a
can't even-
week,
I
a week
know.
away, and she already is forgetting words.
There we go. Chicken, you want some?
Oh, the chicken wants some king cake stout.
Chicken chocolate chicken.
And it's I love the punny names. So King Cake Bundy, King Kong Bundy. He
Exactly.
was a wrestler back in the 80s, big old fat bald guy.
so-
There you go.
Chicken slam.
So I don't know if you can smell it through your beak,
Your
but
friend Erik just tweeted "Keep the Dream Alive," and he was sorry that he couldn't be here.
I'm chasing the dream one beer at a time.
Nice.
So
That's right.
you, I don't know if you want any, but you have the green grass and rye tides.
Yeah,
but,
you can give me a tiny. You can give me a tiny.
Yes,
I don't want
I
to
would
be. I don't
like
want to
a
be rude,
tiny little
you know.
bit.
Okay.
And then
Because what lady doesn't like chocolate?
Yeah,
Thank you
and
so much.
you know, when I brewed it for the beer fest, I
my
actually
God, you
put
smell the stuff, sorry.
cacao nibs, organic cacao nibs in here. This time I rebuilt the recipe and I've actually added chocolate malt. So there's no
Smell it all day.
there's no nibs in there. It's just chocolate malt, black malt.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. It's just like
Thank you.
It tastes like how it smells.
I didn't have to
my
say
God.
anything.
Yeah, it
He was
tastes
like,
how it
"Thank
smells
you."
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get a beer, I smell like, oh, this is gonna be so good, and it's like, ugh.
Is there
And this
cinnamon
like-
in it?
Yes. Yeah. Cinnamon sticks.
Say that. Cinnamon.
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 And cinnamon
in
stick
Chicken,
it.
do you want to go let everybody pour that around? There you go.
I heard it. Oh,
Yay.
hell yeah, the audience. That sounds like
Chicken's
my-
got it.
Chick, I may need to finish this. So you
Wow.
can give me a
Did you have this at the Temple Terrace?
Yes, I did, but that at the Temple Terrace Beer Fest ended up more of a brown ale. So I rebuilt the recipe a little bit. I shouldn't be able to see through a stout, so I replaced the flaked barley with flaked oats.
No,
I
I
added
can't-
some.
Yeah, I can't see
through
you.
that.
Yeah, I added. I just rebuilt it a little bit
Yeah,
to
well,
where.
I'll tell ya. I don't know what it was before, but the
It was
the
just a
current
little lighter
product is-
before, but
yeah. Oh
and
my
then
God.
at the beer
Amazing.
fest,
Yeah.
I had 3 whiskeys blended. I had Irish whiskey, rye, and the bourbon. But I'm thinking if it's going to be king cake, that's Bourbon Street.
Right.
So I stuck
Right,
with bourbon
yes.
this time.
Look at that.
So
Look at that. Smart.
you know.
If you want
Wow.
delicious.
Next
Where's
time
that
I'll
chicken
probably
with
brew
that
it
at?
without the whiskey because if I ever want to market
Yeah,
it,
you
if
wouldn't
I
be
ever
able
want
to-
to do
right,
it
you need to be able to- right.
whenever I open a brewery.
But for now, I'll tell you. This
For
dog
now?
will hunt, right?
So do you come up with all these recipes like on your own, or is it you've tasted something similar and you're like, I want to try and
That's something else at the Temple Terrace Beer Fest. All I did was do a treatment of a Northern Brewer Irish stout that I
Yeah.
pitched American yeast in and made an American stout. This I actually built a recipe. This one I actually built a recipe on Beersmith. And now that ever since I got
Oh.
Beersmith,
Very cool.
I am now creating my own recipes as opposed to just doing. I don't know, Northern. I never brewed according to a recipe. I'd go to Southern, and I would get their extract, and I would swap out all the hops, and I change everything. Now I'm building my own recipes.
That's awesome.
Okay.
And so this is.
So you build the recipe and then you follow
Yeah. And sometimes I'll wait until Northern Brewer does a thing. Buy three of these all grain kits, and they're you buy 3 and they're $19.99 a piece.
Oh, king cake is delicious.
Hey, thank you.
Or get a Groupon. if
This
you
is
buy it.
great.
Yeah, I know.
I love this.
My family's
All
interacting.
chiming in.
That's great that your family's watching.
Meanwhile,
So-
there's king cake left. That's what I'm curious about.
So
That's
I
yours.
will.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't drank off that one yet. I got.
Oh,
it
no,
on-
no.
Okay, I
Go
have
ahead.
it on in a
Oh,
keg
sure
at
is.
home.
All right.
Chicken's doing. Is the bourbon kicking in? Is the chicken in?
Oh, he's
Cinnamon isn't.
he's doing.
Yeah, the cinnamon really.
He was
really
doing his
popped in.
impression of
yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. Shimon.
So yeah, no, it's I sometimes I'll get these kits and then I'll say, okay, well, I've already got this that was sent to me. Let me
Yeah.
go to Southern and buy more.
Yeah.
And I make it my own because I don't want what
So the
somebody else
first
came
all
up with.
grain beers you did, you brought them to like a beer fest. That's pretty
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome. Right? That's
Yeah.
a bold.
If you're
That's a bold move, sir.
If you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly.
That's what. Hey,
Hey.
truck, be a Tonka.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, see that? But not copyright, not the one that.
No.
We're not talking about that one.
No.
No, the
No,
the
All right.
other one. Okay. Oh God.
it's possessive, so you can't sue me.
Except,
So
see,
I dealt
it's
you guys
grammar.
your poker hand.
Oh yeah.
So remember, you can
Poker
either bluff, not bluff, and then if we think you're bluffing, we call you out. If you are actually bluffing and we catch you, you need to drink. If you
Okay.
stump us, then we drink.
So okay. Well,
So I dealt to you first. So what do you have for your hand?
I have 2 pair.
I have a 3 of a kind.
Go fish. Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare war.
Nice.
No.
We've incorporated 3 different cards.
I have nothing.
Okay, well I know he's not bluffing.
Or he's got like a full house and doesn't realize.
Okay, you know what? I think you're bluffing.
I am. I have 1 pair. I have a pair of 4s.
I had absolutely nothing.
See? Oh, so I would have won.
I bull cracked you off.
I had nothing.
He had nothing. But he
You
didn't.
had a 6, 7, and 8.
That doesn't work.
But it's in order. That should be something.
Okay, so if anybody wants to win some money, invite Eric
me
over
to
to your
poker.
house to play poker, because apparently he does not know how to play.
Except I got 2 4s.
I got a
The 4s
pregnant
be
wife,
with
so I
you.
can poker.
Oh. No, you already
On that
did.
one. Woo! King cake.
So anyway, you lost.
Yes,
So-
I just want to drink the king cake.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
drink a little. Well, if I have to.
So I believe that we did meet you at Temple Terrace.
I think so. It was
And-
kind of a blur.
I think we have some
In a good way.
some pictures.
All right.
If the producer wants to put those up of you being at the Temple Terrace, we have a couple. And I think there's one of,
look at
of
this.
you brewing actually for Temple Terrace too.
Let's see.
I believe there is.
That's my garbage can. That was because
That
it was
is nice.
cheaper than a jockey box.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Black
a cool
one.
logo.
Yeah, that's a nice
that
shirt.
is nice. That is a nice shirt. I like it. I may have to. Do you have those for sale?
Yes, I do.
Woohoo!
there's,
There you go.
Oh, sweet
What
blue
were you
rhino.
brewing there?
I don't know. You know what? I think that was
Beer.
that may have been at our gender reveal party, and I would have been brewing.
Baby beer?
I have no idea.
A gender reveal.
Because I'm always
That's
drinking
an
when I'm
awesome
brewing.
idea.
Yeah. I wanted to do where
That's
I had 2
fantastic.
beers on, or 1 beer on tap, and we both pull the taps and had boy and girl, but we didn't do that.
With food coloring or something?
No, I wanted to like only have 1 beer and hook it
And
up
whatever,
to 1
whatever
tap.
beer came out, that's incredible. Oh, what a good idea.
But I was overruled. So
Oh, okay.
we did a cake. So-
Yeah. Okay, did you do it? Did you do a king cake?
No,
That would have been great. King
no.
cake.
So and then
Why
that
did the chicken have a monkey?
Because he's gonna be a daddy in November.
it got moved up to October now. It's a Halloween baby.
No, I'm
It's
just
a
curious about the
Halloween
chicken.
baby?
Why he's got a monkey? But I guess his wife is half.
Are you not from Pasco County?
Nailed it.
Yeah. So Eric,
Yes.
we're all about promoting
Yes.
local breweries and
Yes.
brewers, and I understand that of course you work for Rebel Dog. You
Right.
volunteer down there,
Right.
and Rebel Dog has a big party going on.
Yes. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So tomorrow from 12 to question mark, because who knows when this party will end. If I'm pouring beers, it's crazy. It is our kind of thanks for the memories party. Rebel Dog will be shutting its doors tomorrow. So we wanted to kind of go out with a bang, if you will.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You have to say it again because I was waiting for the audience to say.
Oh. Where is he? What's he gonna do? Where's he gonna go? No. So we are gonna be closing our doors tomorrow.
Aww.
Which, again, is certainly a sad time. But we're trying to put a positive spin on it, so we are throwing a party, a sweet Thanks for the Memories party. Okay. So we're going to have music at 7 o'clock. We're going to have food trucks out there. We're going to have Hot Dogs International, who make some crazy hot dogs. And then we'll have 9 of our beers on tap, so it should be a really good time. Again, we open at noon.
And Beer and Sunshine's going to be there.
And Beer and Sunshine will be there right at noon. They're going to be outside, and we'll have, again, all of our beers and stuff, and it should be a really good time. So I hope to see
12:15 if Erik is there.
Yeah, either way, good times. But it should be a cool event, and hopefully we'll go out on a high note, and we hope to see you all there.
Yeah, head on down, have some beer,
yeah. 9 beers,
sit around and talk about your memories.
Exactly, all the good memories of me pouring beer, of me and of others, and it should be a really good time.
Come down and meet us from
exactly.
Beer and Sunshine.
And we'll have beer for I think $5 beer. So
$5 beer?
Awesome. And if you want to buy a brewery, hey, it's available.
If you want to buy a brewery.
There you go.
Bring your pocketbook.
Yeah, if you have a large pocketbook, you can go down and buy a brewery while you're at it, and T-shirts. I'll take a T-shirt and a brewery, please.
Yes.
Sure. But it should be a good time.
You want to ring me up, please?
Yeah, you want to ring me up? Is there going to be a discount? Is there a Groupon for that? That'd be so sweet.
All right. Well, thank you for letting us know.
Absolutely, yes.
And unfortunately, we do have to go to break because we're having so much fun. The time is flying.
This is awesome.
But we'll go to break. Go grab yourself another beer, and we'll be back with Mike and the guy I'm supposed to be ignoring.
Right. Yeah. Trying to. I make it hard.
We're back.
We're back.
And as always, my best burps are during the freaking
And it
commercial.
was so good, too.
Oh, my God.
I pretty much could tell what you had for lunch, which is awesome.
I had chicken.
Yeah, fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
So awkward.
So this here is...
Green grass and rye tides.
Okay, so tell the viewers about this because this that
was my first one. Yeah, I was pre-gaming the.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, it was very good.
I'm not from Tampa. I was born in South Carolina when my dad was in the Marine Corps, but I'm a tampon, I guess. Since my young age. But I grew up on a band called the Outlaws, and one of the greatest guitar jams of all time is Green Grass and High Tides. Popped in my head, Green Grass and Rye Tides. So I'm like, well, I need to build a recipe for a rye IPA. Everybody has a citrus IPA. Everybody's got the same Citra IPA, but not a lot of people have a rye IPA. And so I built me an IPA, and I used Chinook for my bittering hop as to try to get some of that pine. And then I did some
there's pine in there.
Citra
and Cascade and Centennial, and then I dry hopped again, and it's nice. You get that dryness on the back end from the rye malt. And I actually posted that as soon as it was drinkable a couple weeks ago, or last weekend, posted it to an Outlaws fan page. And Henry Paul, who was the lead singer of the Outlaws, commented that he loved it.
That's awesome.
So
nice.
I'm hoping that when they play here, they always do a concert in Clearwater at Christmas time called the Green Grass and Yuletide Jam. I'm hoping to give them some of this, and you get a band behind a beer, and you never know what can happen.
That's awesome.
If
anybody out there on Twitter or Facebook has any questions that you want to ask Mike, we can answer that for you, or he can answer that for you.
I may not remember.
You may not remember.
So fake it until he makes it.
So how many beers do you currently brew at home?
I have 3 right now in my garage because that's the only area of my house that I'm allowed to be in.
Okay.
I see the family laughing. They know it's true. They're like, yeah, it's so true.
So everything that I've done brewing wise, it's all been kind of on the cheap and I'm paycheck to paycheck. And I thought when I started brewing that I would drink less beer, and that didn't ever become the case. So even though I'm brewing
Like seriously, if you made cupcakes, would you eat less cake? No.
Absolutely not.
Right,
No,
exactly.
no,
So
yeah.
if you
That's actually a very
if you
smart
brew
point,
your
yeah.
own beer, you're going to drink more beer.
Correct.
Nice one, a cupcake though. That's the problem. God.
I'm looking at the sign. You can't get it anywhere but my garage. Or the next beer fest I'm
Well,
doing.
give us your address, and we'll just come.
Yeah, no, I would love.
I'll just drive for this. I'm going to drive on over.
I can accept donations, I
there
guess.
you
You
go.
know.
Okay.
I live in Lake Paget East, in Land O'Lakes.
My phone number.
No. There's people out there, man.
Yeah.
The NSA, man.
always take 'em.
Facebook, TTH Brewing, Facebook.com/TTH Brewing. Email me, tthbrewing@gmail.com. My next beer fest, I was just asked to do the Brouhaha, the Tampa Brouhaha from the Rotary Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
They told me there were 15 breweries last year, so I'm one of them. Now,
great.
so that's at Waterworks Park. Green Grass and Ride Tides will be on tap at that.
And when is that?
9/23, September 23rd.
2 days. No, nice.
2 weeks prior to the Hernando Untapped, which is the next one after that I'm doing.
Right, yeah.
So I'm Beer Fest right now. I got to get past the kid. 2018.
May want to put it more on a positive spin. Just the kid.
It's a boy, so no, it's awesome. Everything's cool.
You know what? You know what, though?
He's very
I
excited.
have a funny feeling that this will be your last.
It will.
Yeah.
It will. I'm not
kid.
going to disclose my wife's age, but I'm 36 years old. One is what I'm having. I'm having one
and done.
child. And
One and done.
One and done.
Yeah, one and done.
Yeah.
One and done.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hopefully next year, I want to be in the Lutz, Land O'Lakes, Wesley Chapel. There is nothing in Wesley Chapel when it comes to breweries. You have Zephyr Hills out there, great location, but you have nothing aside from. I mean, you have Craft Life.
Yeah.
You have In the Loop. Nothing from 54 and 41 out. You got the Outlet Mall out there, so it's all about finding the right location for the right amount of rent for the right amount of money.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
So you were talking before about traveling, that you've traveled all over the world. What is it that you do for your full-time job?
The one that pays the bills is I build mobile filing systems, high-density shelving. It rolls back and forth on a hand crank. Some of them are electrical. Some of them are hand crank. Some of them are just manual. I was 26 years old a little over 10 years ago, got a job doing that, and I've been to Costa Rica, Colombia, Belgium, Italy, Germany, Ireland. Well, Ireland was vacation, but Ireland, I've been through Luxembourg, I've been through France.
I think the chicken's just jealous of every place you've been to. He's been
and then my
nowhere.
last
Look
one
at
was
this.
He's been to the farm.
Is that your friend? Is Chad your
Chad,
friend?
yes.
Yeah,
That's another
He
friend,
said he'd bankroll you if he could.
If he could,
Yeah.
that's all.
so that's
I don't
actually.
want investors. I'm
Come
trying
on,
to do this
bankroll
cheap,
'em.
on the
But
cheap.
you know what? That says a lot. If
Yes.
somebody is willing to bankroll
Yes.
you,
And he was at Temple Terrace. He was at the Temple Terrace
Yeah.
Brew Fest.
so then he must
Yeah.
he
and,
must like your brew too.
believes
Tokyo
you.
was my last trip. I went to Japan in April. I spent 2 weeks over there, and so it's been going on the road and seeing and going to these breweries. I don't go to bars. I go on the road. I go on Google Maps.
Yeah.
Brewery
Near
Right.
me.
Where?
So is
my
it
favorite-
is
my
there
favorite
breweries
Google
in Japan?
I went to 4 in Japan. I went to 4 in Tokyo. Yeah.
Get out.
One of the best ones I went to was
Do
called.
they brew with hops or rice?
They.
I'm just asking.
No, it's, I'm curious.
I don't know.
What's like the top Japanese kind of
Yeah.
beer? Like, do they have like IPAs?
Kirin and Sapporo and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That was
Right.
They had 7-Elevens over there, and they have no alcohol laws. So you go and you buy a beer and you walk the streets, and nobody says a word. You go, okay, racist.
I was just asking.
I think it's a good question.
It is a good question.
I was kind of curious.
One of their main grains
Is
is
dog.
Right.
No,
that was Koreans. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was bad.
Right?
Oh, dog. That's not even a grain.
I know.
It happens.
My dog's on grain free, so yeah.
Yes,
so yeah.
exactly.
But yeah, no, they had American style beers over there. They had one from Yona Yona Ale Works was one of my favorite. It's probably a top 10 IPA I've ever had.
Wow.
The craft breweries weren't just the rice beers. No.
Oh.
When I've been to Costa Rica, their best beers were the beers that they brewed using their local,
I've been to Costa Rica.
Cass and Tamarind or
Yeah.
Tamarindo or whatever. Those are the beers.
Yeah.
They don't try to do what we do. do
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah,
specialize
exactly.
in an area.
Germany,
That great
I mean, the unfiltered Heifers, I mean, some of the breweries over there were just, every little village had their own little, brewery. So
Oh my
it's
gosh.
been, I went to Belgium and Italy in 2009, and then I turned around and in January of 2010, I went to Colorado. And I spent about 3 months in Pueblo and Colorado Springs. So it was just back-to-back craft beer.
So tasting those beers when you're on the road, does that give you like some sort of inspiration when you come back to try
Absolutely.
something?
I tell everybody, half of probably what I've drank has been spent, the money has been spent on with per diem money, because I got to do it the right way. Let's be smart about this. Let's not go out and work and piss away all my money spending the money that I've earned. So I eat like a pawn and I drink like a king. That's what I tell everybody.
That's my strategy. I go out, eat at home, I drink it.
I will go to Walmart, I buy lunch meat, and then I look for breweries.
Lunch meat at Walmart.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Tweez. Hey,
I have holes in my liver and my colon.
And boom, goes down.
Exactly.
That's what I'm telling you. I eat at home, I go out and
I
I spend my
too
money
like
on
to
beer.
live dangerously.
Yes.
I would, yeah. It's a bold move, sir.
Mystery meat.
He's a very bold. He's a very bold.
So it's been a constant. This whole craft beer, it's kind of taking off in this area, on par with my job and me getting to see. Going to all these breweries in Wisconsin. I went to Half Acre when Half Acre Brewing in Chicago was a tasting. Oh, you got growler fills, and that's all you could do.
Wasn't even close to an acre.
Yeah,
It was like a yard. It wasn't even close. It's so small.
So, chicken.
Okay, that scared me a little bit.
What is he doing?
I don't know. He's like a vampire. He's a vampire.
Are you a vampire?
Chicken. He's a chicken.
Oh.
He's a
Okay. So he's a bloodsucker. Usually I call him
chicken. He's Jenner.
Usually I call him another kind of sucker. But anyway.
I see
Both
what's
start with a
happening.
C, right?
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact.
If anything, Beer and Sunshine is educational and fun.
and appropriate.
So,
I don't know.
Fun and appropriate.
all the beers that I've brewed have a take on where I've been.
That's cool. That's a
The
nice,
King
that's a-
Cake is
yeah.
Louisiana. The Lake Access is a what they call a Midwestern boat beer. Up there.
Have we tried that?
Yeah, that was the
That
first
was
one,
the
the
first
water
one.
beer.
That
The
was
water beer,
good.
That was nice. It was a nice late
I
summer
brewed
beer.
that as a Land O'Lakes boat beer, and I added some orange peel and some
No,
Amarillo
I
hops.
really
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
a nice
It's a water
summer.
It's
I
like
see
my
from
wife
you.
said, the
Yeah.
beer for the craft beer for people who don't drink craft beer.
Exactly.
And then my green grass and rye tides is Tampa, a
Yeah,
Tampa
that's-
IPA.
I love it.
You know,
And I
Whole
don't-
area covered.
And I don't understand. You say people who don't drink craft beer.
well,
What is wrong with these people?
The Coors Light, the Bud Light.
I know.
Yeah.
Who haven't
You know what? That's just
gotten to the
Exactly.
I'll tell you what,
Kool-Aid
the biggest thing with me brewing that was my dad and I are Buccaneer season ticket holders. I cannot drink a free dive from Coppertail out in that heat.
No,
I can't drink
You
a high
can't. That's not
rye.
gonna go well.
So I wanted a beer that we could drink.
and it was perfect. Yeah,
That I could
Well,
certainly
produce.
a good.
We got to
stadium
take a
outdoor
break,
beer.
but it's been like so interesting. I can't
I
believe
know,
that we're almost
I
done.
know, I know,
So
it's insane.
this will be our last break, and we'll be back, and
Good.
we'll wrap it up with Mike and
Cheers.
finish some of this
Nice.
beer.
There we go.
Yay! Nice shot of Mike. Yay! Mike's been fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, just like
He
getting,
has
like,
been
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
fantastic indeed.
Yeah,
and the beer
so-
also.
So,
fantastic.
so
Yeah,
while, while we were at commercial break, we were talking about your beer and plans that you have for the future and anal probing. I believe that came up.
That came up, but yeah, long story. We'll talk about it later.
And speaking of anal probing,
Well, good transition. Not her first time at the rodeo.
no, it's not. I just want to run down a few things that's hopping. What the?
Uh-oh, is
Okay.
that? Now it's getting real.
Now it's getting real.
Oh, man.
Oh no. Yeah. So a few things that are going to be happening this weekend, of course, is the big party at Rebel Dog tomorrow.
Yeah. Or a party. Yeah, like
Party.
they say. You said parody.
Parody. I'm Canadian. I can't help
The parody
it.
will be happening tomorrow.
I almost lost my accent, and then I went to visit, and I came back, and it's.
And it's back.
makes me
think of
I don't think you
South Park,
ever
the movie.
almost lost
Yes.
your accent.
Yeah.
You fucked your uncle. No.
Oh! What?
And
movie. Sorry.
That's time. Yeah. What's that about?
What's that a boot? Oh my
Man.
goodness.
Yeah, Rebel Dog tomorrow. Woo.
Maybe you deserve an anal probe for that. Anally.
Okay.
So his family's here too, and they're like cracking up over there.
It happens.
I think they know something we don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, they conceived me.
Yeah,
They made me over there. So.
Oh, you and I already had that discussion about you not getting to know Star Wars until you were 26 years old.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
They had me watching Spaceballs and Blazing
As long as they do
Saddles.
Spaceballs, that's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Chris said,
Chicken has snapped, apparently. So also tomorrow, Big Storm Pasco, and I love Big Storm
Oh,
as
me
well.
too. Yeah, awesome.
They have their yoga on tap.
Oh, yeah.
You pay $10, and you get to do.
That's not yoga. That's
you-
like meditation.
You get to do some yoga,
Yeah.
and you get
A free
big,
pint- a free
free
pour.
pint of beer.
Yeah.
But they always ask you to bring your own mat because nobody wants to use somebody else's.
I just don't have a mat.
and my
sweaty
name
mat.
is on the wall there. I'm
Nice.
a-
Is your name
I'm
on the
in
wall?
the original Beer Drinkers of the Year.
In the bathroom wall?
No, on the
Okay.
right when you walk in.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cool wall, not the
Because on the bathroom
questionable
wall where it says
8675309.
for a good time.
555-4444.
Yeah, for a good
No, yeah, I
time,
have no
call Mike.
filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, big-
and,
No,
and enter stall and drop drawers, and that's all you need to
when
do.
they started, I used to volunteer and pour up there
That's
like
awesome.
you
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
nice.
But $10, great deal. You get a free beer and
Yeah,
And
that's
yoga.
absolutely
Sick.
Big Storm, great
I-
local
yeah.
place.
And you get
Start
to see
yoga.
ladies in yoga pants.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
That's what I'm
or
saying.
men in yoga pants.
I don't want to see men in yoga
I don't even.
pants.
Is there such a thing?
It looks like two gerbils fighting in a beat bag or something. Who wants to
I've never seen two
I'm
gerbils
just
fighting, so I don't
saying.
know.
That's why spandex were outlawed in school.
Right.
Yes,
like the early
exactly.
That's why I
90s,
was wearing my
yeah.
jorts.
Your
'Cause
what?
My jean shorts, my jorts.
I have some Zubas.
Yeah, I made my own. I got cutoffs.
Is that like Daisy Duke?
Yeah, but they look really good on me. Man, come on, look at these legs. These and jorts,
You know what?
come on.
I gotta
mean,
admit,
come on,
you-
these and jorts.
I admit,
yeah,
you have
thank
nice
you,
legs.
Planet Fitness.
Exactly.
Anyway, what else do we have happening? I would have turned from jorts.
Okay, so Masteries in St. Pete
cool.
is going to have
Oh,
live
good.
music
Yep.
tomorrow night, and is it garage? I can never say that word. It's the Meadery.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, they're opening. They're in North North Avenue in
Mandex.
Tampa.
Oh, nice.
Mandex. Mandex.
Equals
That's spandex
spandex,
for men.
Mandex.
Exactly.
I gotta buy me some. Amazon
Tampaks,
probably.
like Tampax,
Yeah,
like man packs.
What is this obsession that you have with tampons?
I don't know, tampanin, tampon, I don't know.
It happens.
Do you have a string attached to you somewhere?
Coming off of my shorts somewhere. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
somewhere.
Marker 48 is going to
Oh,
have the
awesome.
actual
Great place.
bank robbers
Great
tomorrow
place.
night. Have you ever
Nice.
heard them?
No, I have not.
They are fantastic. Their barbecue truck is going to be there.
Oh, my barbecue.
like
incredible.
for $13.95.
Let's have that chicken to get
you
barbecued.
get like this huge styrofoam thing full of
Wow.
Yeah.
brisket, pulled chicken.
Probably that one
Barbecue.
right there.
Not choked though, right? Just pulled.
That was so nailed it. That was so close.
Chris Barrett wants to know, when does yoga start?
10.
It starts
10
at
o'clock,
10.
yeah.
So get your Mandex ready.
Did he
your
superimpose his
jorts.
face on Rambo in part 2?
That
Yes,
is
he
actually
did.
pretty awesome. Come on.
And also at Marker 48
chicken
on
up in
Sunday, they do brewery tours
Oh, sweet.
at 3, 4, and 5, and live music with Danny Von Slee from 2 to
Nice.
6. And Marker 48 is actually going to sponsor a few kegs of beer for
Nice.
us.
Oh, man,
coming
awesome
up.
place.
So
Yeah,
yay,
cool, yeah.
thank you, Marker
Great
48.
location. I mean, that's a good,
Yeah.
that's a good spot.
Yeah,
and
very
also,
cool.
Beer and Sunshine shirts. I feel bad that I didn't bring one for you, but you
It's
didn't bring
okay.
me a
I
shirt
just wanna-
either, so
I
you
just wanna
know,
keep
it's even.
doing this.
My wife, she
I
told
feel
me.
like this looks
I was
thank you,
supposed to.
chicken.
But you can
I'll have
go
you do it.
on our Facebook page and buy a Beer and Sunshine shirt,
Oh,
and
oh,
that
oh.
helps us do what
Okay.
we do, which is promoting
I'm just gonna
breweries
roll
such
with
as
it.
yourself.
Yeah.
Or you can go to beerandsunshinestore.com and you can order shirts. We have medium, large, extra large, 2XL.
Oh.
We've got ladies tank tops.
Oh, ladies. Or you come to Rebel Dog tomorrow and buy them because they'll be there.
Yes,
as
we're going to be
well.
at Rebel Dog. Oh, Chris just bought yoga shorts.
I swear.
He's
I'm
totally hetero.
Now I'm
I
very
don't believe
curious
that.
about. I'm still gonna
Yeah.
wear my jorts.
So we have one more beer of yours.
oh
yes.
Moab.
Okay.
Yes.
Moab.
Right in Rome.
Again, Tim at Craft Life has been a huge help for me. And where did it go? It is right here.
Oh, whew, that was a
this
close one.
is from Craft Life Brewing. It's an original recipe that Tim and I created. This was actually technically only the second beer that I brewed all grain because after I brewed the King Cake Bundy, I was off of work the next day. I brewed this.
Nice.
Now I didn't brew this particular batch because it kicked like almost immediately. This is called the mother of all beers.
The mother of all beers.
Acronyms.
From Craft Life Brewing in Land O'Lakes. This is actually on tap at Craft Life right now.
There you go. Nice. There you go. Well, I'll see. I'm gonna
9.2%. And I think we're pushing 100 on the IBUs.
So,
but it's easy.
that sounds like the mother of all beers, to be honest with you.
All right.
A couple.
Stop talking and start pouring.
My mom had 2, and she said the bomb dropped.
The bomb dropped?
All right.
All right. So
I
next
like it.
week, our guest is going to be Sean Norquist from the Florida Brewers Guild. They're going to be here next week, and we're going to talk about what they do, how they support local breweries. A boot. I got to stop with the boot. So
I like it. I have a shoe on, and you have
a shoe on and a boot.
You have a flop on.
I have flip flops on.
Yeah.
They're
very jazzy.
Those are Spanish beaten shoes.
That's how they swam over.
They're SPSs.
Yes. All right, so this is the Moab. Cheers.
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 Mother of all beers.
Mine's so much larger than everybody else's.
Yeah, you got a lot of head.
That's what he said.
No big deal. I do. Well, that's it. No, I'm not
That
going to make that
sentence is
joke.
probably spoken a lot in white MCAs around the area. Mine's larger than his is.
It's not too boozy like a lot of double IPAs are.
It is not.
Wow. Slow down, Tex.
Sorry. Stop.
And that's my goal when I want to open a place is to do the one barrel brewing system that Tim has at Craft Life, and it's very much a glorified homebrew type system, the Colorado brewing system that he has.
That is nice.
I love the way that he brews, and this is something that we.
Well, you'll have to put in a good word with him for us because we'd love to have him on the show or go and watch him brew something and tape a show. What are you saying for? You're just here as a guest.
I know. I'm saying I could totally do that.
I had to give him some.
Look at this.
Some props.
Somebody on Twitter. Short and fat is where it's at. There you go.
That is the bumper sticker on my car, which is weird. I cannot believe it. Circumference style.
So, you know how they say, they always do like the inseam. So your inseam is the same as your
Outseam.
I got some childbearing hips. I just can't get pregnant.
Man, well, now with that attitude, if you dream it, you could do it. I've seen Junior. Listen, if Arnold Schwarzenegger can get pregnant, you can get pregnant. Take it to the bank, baby.
He got pregnant and became a politician.
That's true. And moving up. And he was also twins.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
twins with Danny DeVito.
They weren't even close to being twins.
Fraternal.
Oh my God. So I want to thank Tampa Bay Multimedia for putting up with us because sometimes we go a little too far. We like to push we push the envelope.
Yeah.
Habitual line stopper.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I want to thank you, of course, for being on the show.
And the beer, delicious.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
I want to thank Erik for being gracious and stepping up, and thank you to Nate for letting you come down.
Let me get it.
Thank you, Nate, for taking. Oh no! Look, chicken's pregnant.
God, chicken's pregnant. That happened so fast.
But I pulled out.
God,
I pulled out. Come on.
I got a chicken pot pie over there. Chicken pie. Oh, that is way no. We don't want to see that again. Please.
Hey, if anybody wants my beers and you run a beer fest, hit me.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. So where's
Or
the
like
next
hire
one?
me for a party and I'll give it away and you can pay me. All right? I don't know what the legalities are.
Just say
I don't
pay
care.
you.
Apparently, you give it away a lot because now we have a pregnant chicken.
I'll tell you. I would hire you for the party. Yeah,
Well, thank you.
That's a thank you.
Oh no,
everybody,
it was great.
So your next event is what? Is
The Brouhaha in the Rotary. It's for Tampa Rotary Club. It's at Waterworks Park in downtown. I mean, right next to Eulalie's.
September 23rd. Yeah, it's a cool area. Yeah.
It's facebook.com/TTH Brewing.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So
Tonkas Taphouse.
Yeah.
It's again. This ended up like Hulkamania with the gold, but it was supposed to be old Bucks colors.
okay. So we gotta wrap it up.
Oh,
We're all done.
wrap it up.
Thanks, guys.
So no.
Oh no, I got grandma arms.
It's been a rough work day. The boss is busting your ass. All you can think of is a nice cold glass of beer and sunshine. Life can get you down. but you can take all the list. Nothing in this world out of beer and sunshine cannot fizz. Oh, it's a beautiful day for some beach in a tan. Grab a few friends, put your feet in the sand with some beer and sunshine. Oh, oh, beer and sunshine. Yeah, beer and sunshine.